कर कृपा तेरे गुण गावा, कर कृपा तेरे गुण गावा, कर कृपा तेरे गुण गावा, कर कृपा तेरे गुण गावा। नानक नाम जपत सुख पावा, नानक नाम जपत सुख पावा, जपत सुख पावा। कर कृपा तेरे गुण गावा, कर कृपा तेरे गुण गावा, कर कृपा तेरे गुण गावा, कर कृपा तेरे गुण गावा। तू वडदाता अंतरजामी, तू वडदाता अंतरजामी, सब में रविया पूरन प्रभु स्वामी। सब में रविया पूरन प्रभु स्वामी, सब में रविया पूरन प्रभु स्वामी, सब में रविया पूरन प्रभु स्वामी। कर कृपा तेरे गुण गावा, कर कृपा तेरे गुण गावा, कर कृपा तेरे गुण गावा, कर कृपा तेरे गुण गावा। मेरे प्रभु प्रीतम नाम आधारा, मेरे प्रभु प्रीतम नाम आधारा। औ सुन सुन जीवा नाम तुम्हारा, औ सुन सुन जीवा नाम तुम्हारा, औ सुन सुन जीवा नाम तुम्हारा, औ सुन सुन जीवा नाम तुम्हारा। कर कृपा तेरे गुण गावा, कर कृपा तेरे गुण गावा, कर कृपा तेरे गुण गावा, कर कृपा तेरे गुण गावा। ਮਨ ਨਿਰਮਲ ਹੋਏ ਸੰਤਾਂ ਪੂਰੇ, ਮਨ ਨਿਰਮਲ ਹੋਏ ਸੰਤਾਂ ਪੂਰੇ, ਕਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਵਾਂ, ਕਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਵਾਂ, ਕਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਵਾਂ, ਕਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਵਾਂ। चरण कमल हृदय उरतारे, चरण कमल हृदय उरतारे, तेरे दर्शन को नाई बलहारे, तेरे दर्शन को जाई बलहारे, तेरे दर्शन को जाई बलहारे, तेरे दर्शन को जाई बलहारे, कर किरपा तेरे गुण गावा, कर किरपा तेरे गुण गावा, कर किरपा तेरे गुण गावां, कर किरपा तेरे गुण गावां। नानक नाम जपत सुख पावां, नानक नाम जपत सुख पावां, जपत सुख पावां, कर किरपा तेरे गुण गावां, 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 कर किरपा तेरे गुण गावां। वाहिगुरु।
जय गुरु जी। शुकराना गुरु जी। किस किस गल का शुकराना करा मैं गुरु जी। ये मनुख चून देन का शुकराना जिन्हों देवता भी तरसते ने, इस दिल दियां धड़कना का, इन साहां का शुकराना, अपनी संगत बनाउण का शुकराना, सत्संग च बिठाउण का शुकराना गुरु जी। हर पल अंग संग रहन का ते ओदा एहसास दिलाउण का शुकराना, इस जिंदगी च सर उठा के जी पाउण का शुकराना गुरु जी। साडे जन्मां जन्मां दे भैड़े कर्मां नूं माफ़ करन का शुकराना, सानू जिंदगी दे नए मायने समझाउण का शुकराना गुरु जी। ते सब तो वड्डा शुकराना उन सब परेशानियां का गुरु जी जिन्हां दी वजह दे नाल तुहाडा मिलना हो पाया, क्योंकि जे इस जिंदगी च वो दुख ते परेशानियां नहीं आंदियां ते असी शायद तुहानू लभ ही नहीं पाना सी। बस मेरी यही अरदास है गुरु जी, सरबत दा भला करो, सब दा कल्याण करो, सत्संग सेवा सिमरन ते अपनी भक्ति दा दान दिओ गुरु जी। तुहाडी रहमतां दा जशन मनावां पर कदे भी मेरे च मैं ना आवे। मैनू ए सोची दिओ कि कुछ भी स्थिर नहीं है, सिर्फ तुहाडा ते मेरा रिश्ता ही सदा रहना है। सानू अपनी रजा विच राजी रहना सिखाओ गुरु जी। ਮੈਂ ਕਦੇ ਨਾ ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਤੋਂ ਬਗੈਰ ਕਦੇ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਮੈਂ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖਾਂ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੀ ਅਗਲੀ ਸਾਹ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਭਰੋਸਾ ਨਹੀਂ। ਨਾ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਤੋਂ ਆਇਆ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਮੈਂ ਕਦੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਤੋਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ। ਮੈਂ ਛੋਟੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਹੋਣੀਆਂ 'ਚ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਰਹਿਮਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖਾਂ, ਹਰ ਜੀਵ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੇਖਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਰੱਖੋ, ਜਿਸ ਹਾਲ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਰੱਖੋ, ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸ਼ੁਕਰਾਨਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਨਾ ਭੁੱਲਾਂ। ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ, ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਰਹਿਮਤਾਂ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਨੀਵਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਰਹਿਮਤਾਂ ਨਾ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਆ ਜੇ। ਮੈਂ ਕਦੀ ਨਾ ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਕਿ ਜੋ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਦੇ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਲੈ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ, ਸਿਰਫ ਉਹ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਨਜ਼ੂਰ ਹੈ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਨਾ ਮਿਲੇ ਜੋ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਦੂਰ ਕਰੇ। ਮੇਰੇ ਗੁਨਾਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਖਸ਼ ਦੇਣਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ। ਅਸੀਂ ਚੰਗੇ ਮਾੜੇ ਤੇਰੇ, ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਖਸ਼ੋ। ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀਤੇ ਪਾਪ ਬਥੇਰੇ, ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਖਸ਼ੋ। ਬਸ ਇਹੀ ਉਹ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ। ਜੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ, ਸ਼ੁਕਰਾਨਾ गुरु जी।
जय गुरु जी की। अब हम मंत्र जाप करेंगे।
Shri Jai Guruji. Aarti is about to begin. Would request seniors to please come forward and everyone else to form four queues behind them. Aarti will be played only once, so request at least four Sangat to do Aarti together. Thank you. Jai Guruji. Also, after Aarti, request you not to step on the mats. That is for the Langa Prasad to be kept. Thank you. Jai Guruji.
Om Jai Shiva Omkara, Jai Jai Shiva Omkara. Brahma Vishnu Sada Shiva, Brahma Vishnu Sada Shiva, Adivaki Dhara. Om Jai Shiva Omkara, Om Jai Shiva Shiva, Satsang
अवर न कोई, नाम बिना मैं अवर न कोई, नाम बिना मैं अवर न कोई, नाम बिना मैं अवर न कोई, बड़े पाग दुर्लभ हर बैठा।
Jai Guru Ji Sangat Ji. Please settle down. Request again not to step on the mats. That is for the langar prasad to be kept. If you are not able to consume your langar prasad completely, please ask any of the sevadars and they will pack it for you. Also request again, we keep repeating it. Please, please, please do not leave your jal prasad water bottles unattended. There are a lot of blessings in jal prasad. February 18th, Shivratri, Saturday, is the annual day of Guruji Mandir Toronto as well. The schedule is 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. That is Shabad Kirtan followed by Sufi singing of Shivayankar. The same night from 10 p.m. till 5 a.m. next day, there would be 7 hours of mantra jap. So please plan your visit to temple accordingly. कोई संगत अपना सत्संग शेयर करना चाहते हैं तो आइए प्लीज.
जय गुरु जी. As always, पहले बहुत बहुत शुक्राना गुरु जी का. So I'll share a couple of satsangs actually. पहले तो ये last week का ही है. And again, gratitude to Guru ji for that. Because last week on I think it was Thursday morning, Wednesday night, my daughter Radhika, she was having some health issues, and she ended up in the hospital on Thursday morning. And they ended up basically admitting her because she has gallstone issues, and she had an appointment lined up with a specialist for another couple of weeks anyway, but it got aggravated again, and so the doctors kind of, it was an emergency, so we said let's book her in the hospital, we'll have the surgeon look at it right away, and then maybe they'll do the surgery right away, and we don't want to wait that long. And usually that's not an issue, surgery, that's not a problem. But the only caveat in this whole issue is that my wife is not here right now. She's in India traveling, and then obviously अगर surgery होती पहले उसके यहाँ पे होते हुए, then it would have created a little bit of a problem. And she was saying she's going to cut a trip short and come back. And she was in the hospital Thursday night overnight. Friday को सुबह डॉक्टर ने आना था बताने के लिए कि like what the next course of action is. And Thursday रात को ही जब यहाँ से मंदिर बंद करके हम लोग घर गए, she called, the surgeon came already, and he's saying कि we're not going to do the surgery for 2 weeks. What can you say? Just say thank you Guruji, because surgery हो जाती, which was fine, but it would have created a lot of issues with the plan. Obviously, I didn't want to. She was going to come back and ticket नहीं कराते या जो भी उसको change कराते, it would have just financial loss. And obviously, अगर कोई जाता है घूमने, you want to stay the trip, you don't want to cut short and come back. And she was visiting there for a wedding actually, so she would have miss हो जाती उसकी. So Shukrana to Guruji for that, so the surgery has to be done, will get done, but at least the timing is going to be right. So she's home now, and she's good. So that's number one. And I'm just going to share one of my old satsangs. This is going back several years. Like I had हमारी journey Guruji के साथ शुरू हुई थी. So it's been I think 9 years now that we've been with Guruji officially. I think not 9 or 8. I think it's something like that. So जब जाने शुरू हुए थे, in the first year or so, I said to Guruji, like मेरा कभी ध्यान नहीं लगता, like I can't meditate, like कभी ध्यान लगा ही नहीं है मेरा, so आज इस बार लगा दो. Like, and I was going into Rajiv uncle's house, Brampton में, I think उनकी basement में था. I remember that night, that evening very very fondly. So I went in, मैं बैठा और I said, Guruji ध्यान नहीं लगता, ध्यान कैसे लगता है, I don't know, लगाओ इस बार जैसे भी है. And then like I don't know what happened. As soon as I sat down, and there was some sort of a connection going on there. Like I could feel that the feeling was different, not normal, with the eyes shut and everything. And the tears just started flowing. There was no end to the tears at that time. To a point, I started having a conversation with Guruji and saying, कि Guruji यही होता है ध्यान लगाना. Like, and then I was saying that, and then he goes in Punjabi, आगे के देखी होंदा है कि, right? Then that's another thing he says. And then he goes, कल फिर आई. अगले दिन परम अंकल की सत्संग था, I remember. And मैंने उनको बोला कि then I said that my inner voice is Hindi or English. It's not Punjabi. So the conversation that's taking place with him, he's speaking to me in Punjabi and I'm speaking in Hindi. तो मैंने कहा कि मैं कल नहीं आ सकता, मैंने कहीं जाना है. And then he scolded me and said कि मैं क्या ना आई, you know, like so like it just kind of confirms कि maybe it's a hallucination है, क्या है, inner voice है, but it's really not. If you really think about it, as I said, my inner voice is not Punjabi. जो आपकी यूजली आप डेली कॉन्वर्सेशन करते हो वही आपकी इनर वॉइस होती है. सो इट वाज गुरुजी हैविंग दैट कॉन्वर्सेशन विद मी एंड देन आई फॉन्डली रिमेंबर जब द एक्सपीरियंस दैट आई वाज गोइंग थ्रू, व्हिच आई वांट टू शेयर, व्हिच वाज really profound for me at that time. Like I had a feeling that like I was not in my body, like I was outside my body, and like the tears was flowing as I said, and I could like I saw my tear ducts. You know, I was able to see behind my tear ducts, and I could see the drip of the tears coming down, you know, as if जैसे कुछ झरना बह रहा होता है ना, like I could see that like, it was dripping. Like I don't know what that means, but that was the experience that I had, so I thought I'd share with you guys, you know, कि but do I meditate a lot? I don't. मेरा ध्यान लगता है नहीं लगता है. It's just one of those moments. कभी कभार अगर गुरुजी की होता है, you know, हो जाता है, but बहुत कम होता है. So I just wanted to share that. Thank you so much. जय गुरुजी.
Wow, so many people. I didn't realize that while sitting there. I came here in this mandir on 5th January for the first time. I'm actually from Delhi, living here for past 16 years. But I've never been to Bade Mandir, and my mom is visiting me from India and she was after my life to come here. So I decided after a couple of months that okay, I will, I know a lot of people come here and they shared in the past that they are not religious and they don't believe too much in God, but sometimes, you know, you go to temples. So I was like that. In my 16 years here in Canada, maybe I've been to temples 5 or 6 times. But since I came here the first time, this is I think my 8th or 9th time in 1 month. So definitely this place is magical. Since like the moment you enter the place, you can like smell the fragrance, roses. Like my hands are shaking right now. So I write poems, and I just wanted to share what I wrote, my experience in the past 1 month coming here, having this connection with Guruji. And as earlier uncle said that, you know, he talks to you, and I feel that he does talk to you, and that too in Punjabi, because my language is also Hindi and English pretty much. But when he talks to you, you can hear his Punjabi words, and you know that he's the one who's talking to you. And in this age and day, like when you have so much social media, I feel that he talks to me through Instagram. Like I can see sometimes when some things are going in my head, and I open my Insta page and I see like 10 news feeds, and it's all in Punjabi, Guruji talking to you back. Like whatever I ask question, and I see the next post and he's answering my questions. So I wrote a poem based on my experience. So I just wanted to share it with our Sangat today. So Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji. सुना गुरुजी नाम कई महीनों सालों से, सुना शुक्राना गुरुजी भी दोस्तों और घर वालों से। सोचा ना था मैं भी आऊंगी इस दर पे कभी, सोचा ना था मैं भी मांगूंगी अरदास कोई। उन्होंने बुलाना था अपने सत्संग में मुझे, उनको मिलवाना था अपनी प्यारी संगत से मुझे। जब पहली बार आई आंसू ना रुक पाए मेरे, गुरुजी बोले जल प्रसाद जल्दी से खा ले कुड़िए। पहले दिन से जो गुरुजी ने अपना एहसास दिलवाया है, मैं हूँ हर मुश्किल में तेरे साथ, किसी ना किसी बहाने ये बताया है। मैंने भी एक बार गुरुजी को आजमाया, पूछा आप सच में हो तो दिखा दो अपनी माया। उसी रात मैं घर जा रही, नजर पड़ी H7 70 किलोमीटर बिगिन पोर्ट पर। बस तभी आवाज आई अब समझी या है कोई डाउट अभी? मेरा हाथ सदा तेरे साथ है, H7 हाथ साथ, अब ये साथ शुरू और छूटेगा नहीं, 70 begins, साथ छूटेगा नहीं। गुरुजी बोले सब्र कर, तेरी अरदास में ही काम कर रहा हूँ, तू भी सत्संग करे शुक्राना करे, उसी की ही तैयारी कर रहा हूँ। तब तक तू बस मेरे सत्संग में जल पिला देना और एक दिन मेरी संगत को ये कविता सुना देना। थैंक यू।
Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji. It's my first time ever sharing a satsang. My journey with Guruji began last year, September 17th. So 7 itself is very special. So I had gone to visit my parents back home in May. I had some visa issues, so I had to reapply for my visa from my home country. I applied in May and I waited May, June, July, August, didn't hear anything back. Obviously because of COVID right now, we don't know any timeline, so it could take even 8 months, 10 months. I knew someone who was waiting for almost a year. I had a job here, so I was very stressed. So just on 17th September, I was speaking to my Masi in India and she told me, I was like, Masiji, please pray for me, like nothing's happening. It's been 4 months, no emails, nothing. So she told me ki aise Guruji hain, like, you know, just get his swaroop and start doing jap mantra. So we had just thought about it, and on 17th September, I still remember it was Saturday, and I got an email from IRCC saying we're processing your application. This was Saturday, the IRCC was closed. And just then I started having so much faith. So it's like an inner voice just told me that I need to start believing in this. My mom, me, we didn't question anything. My dad, we just got a swaroop, we started doing jap mantra. So this one day was on the 25th. My mom got a dream that I got my visa and I'm back working in Canada. And we just thought, she shared it with us and we just thought, okay, like we've been thinking too much about the visa, so it's just a dream. Then on the 26th, I saw a dream where, like, thank you Guruji, I was blessed to see him, and I saw so many swaroops. I saw the passport request, and I didn't share it with anyone, but I even saw Guruji and I bowed down to him. So I don't know if I actually bowed down in the dream or if I actually woke up and bowed down, but I saw Guruji, and then just didn't share it with anyone. I continued with my day. On 27th, again 7 itself, the day was 27th, I got the passport request, and it's none other than Guruji. I sent my passport for stamping and I got the passport back on 7th. My flight number was 241, which also adds up to 7. So thank you so much, Guruji. That was my journey that started with Guruji. I've never looked back since then. Even after coming back, I was so lucky. Thanks to Guruji, I had the same job. I was blessed that I could start working the same place again. So many other satsangs that happened, and it's all just Guruji. So we're so blessed. We're the chosen ones to be part of Guruji's satsang. We didn't choose him, he literally chose us. So blessed to be part of his sangat. So thank you to the sangat. Thank you so much, Guruji, for choosing us. Shukrana, Guruji. Please keep doing more satsang so I keep sharing more and more. Thank you so much, Guruji. Shukrana.
जय गुरु जी, शुक्राना गुरु जी कि मैं आज यहाँ पे हूँ और अपना सत्संग शेयर कर सकती हूँ. सो मैं थर्सडे को आई थी एंड आई हैड शेयर द सत्संग, बट इट वाज मोर अबाउट मेडिटेशन. एंड गुरु जी ने लेकिन मुझे रियलाइज़ कराया कि आई शुड ऑल्सो शेयर अबाउट द ब्लेसिंग्स जो उन्होंने मुझे दी हैं. सो आई वांट टू स्टार्ट बाय टेलिंग यू इन 2013 or 14 I was diagnosed with a tumor in the pituitary gland, which is like the master gland in the body. So it was a adenoma actually, and so then I was having a lot of headaches and a lot of stress, and so the medicine was started and I took the medicine for almost like till 2022. So yeah, almost 10 years. And then finally this year, I was in Canada and we got the MRI done again, and the tumor was dissolved thanks to Guruji. And otherwise, apart from the tumor, there have been many times in my life, and I have been in a lot of stress, anxiety, panic attacks, and Guruji always helped me to pass through those difficult times without taking any medicines for that. I just used to play the mantra jap and used to trust that everything will be fine. So I actually feel that healing happens when you actually surrender to Guruji and trust that he will take care of you. And now I've reached a stage, even though I'm not suggesting you all to do that, I actually don't take any medicines like for anything. I don't take medicines for anything. Kuch bhi problem hoti hai, I've seen, I just leave it to Guruji and he heals me. So regarding this, I want to share a satsang also because a few days back I was actually having pain in my tooth, and because in the last year what had happened was there was a cavity, and I went to the dentist and he filled it, and he said that it's a matter of few days or months, but ultimately you would have to get a root canal done. So this year in January I started having extreme pain. And the thing about pain is that it's, I've always seen pain happens always in the night when you're about to sleep. And so I was having extreme pain. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm not exaggerating, the pain was 1,000. And I couldn't sleep, I was in so much pain. And because I don't like to eat painkillers, I actually prayed to Guruji and I was like, Guruji, you have to help me. How do I go to sleep now? So there was a small Guruji Swaroop on my bedside. I just took it and put it on my cheek, right on the point where there was pain. I held it and I prayed to him to help me. In the next 3 to 5 minutes, I noticed the pain started getting better. And in 7 to 8 minutes, the pain was completely gone. And by 10 minutes, I was feeling so calm and I slept like a baby. This was day 1, and then the second day, again the same thing happened. In the night, extreme pain in the same tooth, like very extreme pain, and then I did the same thing, and the pain just disappeared like that. And day 3, again the same thing. And so it's been more than a month now. After the 3rd day, the pain never came back. I'm absolutely fine now, and I actually had. My family doesn't believe so much in Guruji, and I had told them, that, I'm in so much pain, you need to take me to the dentist. So they actually saw me, I was so happy and I was, all fine. They said, don't you want to go to the dentist? I said, what happened to me? I'm absolutely fine. And so now they understand that, I have these magical ways in which I get healed. And of course, it is by my beloved Guruji. So Shukrana Guruji for always healing me and blessing me. May he bless all of us. Thank you.
Jai Guruji, Sangatji. As they say, Guruji is always in your life, but you're just ignorant or you don't really know that he's there for you. My journey of nomadic spirituality began shortly after my mum passed away in 2016. And I've been connected to Lord Shiva as well as Guru Nanak Dev Ji all along my life, because I'm from Guru Nanak Ji's Pidi from my father's side, but my mum was an ardent believer and worshipper of Lord Shiva. So when she died, I would constantly be trying to find Shivji, and I would put it on, Facebook or wherever on the computer. And one fine day, a friend comes home and tells me, you should say Shukrana Guruji, Jai Guruji. And I said, oh, wait a minute, I'm going to put it on my phone. I put it on my phone, Jai Guruji. and I saw a few Facebook groups pop up, and I added those groups onto my phone. And every day for the next few days and weeks and months after, I would keep getting messages that was synonymous with what was going on in my life at that time. And I thought, well, this is really bizarre. How is this happening? How is this happening that he knows what I'm talking about or what I'm thinking about? Anyway, time went on. As I said, I was ignorant. I kept moving on. Fast forward, so this is 2018. Fast forward to 2021. I've been ill from the start of the year. And suddenly, on 7th of October in 2021, I get diagnosed with stage 3 ovarian cancer. Needless to say, mine and my family's life is turned upside down. Shortly after surgery, the doctor tells my husband, we've upstaged her disease to stage 4. The spread is enormous, and if you'd come 2 weeks later, we'd be pulling the machines off. We'd be turning the machines off. Time went on. I started my chemotherapy in November 2021, and a really dear friend, I excuse myself for a long satsang, but it's important because a friend tells me, Seema, I want to take you somewhere. I want to take you to Guruji satsang. Would you come with me? And I said, yeah, but I said, I don't want to do any bayadbi. I don't want to. I know that you have to eat all your food, and because of chemotherapy, I may not be able to eat everything, so I'm really worried. I don't want to be disrespectful. So she said, don't worry, you'll be all right. I'll just let them know, Okay. As it turned out, I sat for the whole satsang, 2 hours, and I was in heaven. I was feeling, it was blissful. As I get up to go, the hostess said to me, what's wrong with you? And I said, this is what's happened. And she says, you're going to be all right. She said, they gave me 15 hours to live. I had a brain tumor, and you're going to be absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. Make sure you finish your Langar Prasad. Make sure you finish your Jal Prasad. And just as I sat there and I heard everybody's satsangs, I wanted to go to the Bade Mandir as well because everybody was speaking about it. So in my heart that day, I said, Guruji, mujhe bhi Bade Mandir aana hai. That was that. August of 2022, we go for a trip to India for a second opinion because the doctors told me I'm 100% recurrence candidate, that I may have shorter than 2 years. So we were going for a second opinion. And not only did I get to go to Bade Mandir, my cousin just said to me, I want to take you somewhere, and she took me to Bade Mandir. But when we were there, it was as if Guruji called me straight to the main door of the mandir. Like normally there's a process, and that was fine. And we didn't ask for the process to be changed for us. But as soon as we got to the door, the security person just opened one of these chain link things and just opened the gate so that we could go straight. I cried like a baby when I entered the temple. I still don't know to this day why. And I was crying profusely. Anyhow, that happened. And then this December just gone, I went to Dubai, and a very sort of a modern niece of mine who I would never know would believe in things of this capacity said to me, Masi, I want to take you to a satsang. I said, who's satsang? She said, Guruji satsang. So Guruji did not give up on me. And that satsang was life-changing for me because it was an old Sangat who had actually been with and around Guruji for numerous years, some, 25 plus years. And the things she said just changed my life and the direction of my life. But I want to tell you a very important thing. So last week, I went to the lady who'd first told me about Guruji in 2018 because I wanted to thank her to connect me to Guruji. And you're never going to believe, Sangatji, when I walked into her office, I looked at the front wall and I thought, where's Guruji's picture? Like, if you believe in Guruji so much, you're going to have his swaroop. How come she's a believer of Guruji and she has no swaroop on the front entrance? I walk into her room and I still don't see Guruji. So I sat down and I said her name and I said, thank you so much. I was just here to tell you I'm grateful to you for telling me about Guruji. And she said, I think you've got it wrong. The Guruji I'm talking about, so she refers me at a picture on the wall, which funnily enough looks like Guruji. He's a Guruji as well, that she believes in, without any hair, and a completely different person. And I said, but you told me, Shukrana Guruji, Jai Guruji, and that's what I put onto my portals, and that's who I found. She says, I don't know. And that moment, a voice in my head said, it's as if I put Guruji's Swarup on my phone and I said, Guruji, आप मुझे टेस्ट कर रहे हो ना? आप यही देख रहे हो ना कि मैं आप में मानती हूँ कि नहीं मानती? And I respectfully bowed down to her Guruji and I said, no, this is the Guruji. In my head, in my heart, I said, this is the Guruji who saved my life. And that evening I saw a satsang on YouTube by somebody and the lady said, आपको कैंसर है, लेकिन आपने यही कहना है कि आपको कोई कैंसर नहीं है जब आप किसी से बात करते हो. खैर ये तो सत्संग है, so I'm sharing it with you. But अब मैं सबसे कहती हूँ मैं ठीक हूँ, मैंने कोई दवाई नहीं लेनी. 2 साल है, 5 साल है, 10 साल है, जितने भी हैं, गुरुजी मैं आप ही के चलने में हूँ और I'm so happy he's always with me. So thank you Sangat ji for listening to a rather long satsang. Thank you. Jai Guruji.
शुक्राना गुरु जी. मेरा नाम सौरभ है. मैं गुरु जी से ज्वाइन हुआ नवंबर लास्ट ईयर 2022 में. बहुत सॉरी इफ आई शिवर. मैं महादेव जी का बहुत बड़ा फैन हूँ. तो बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स हुई घर में भी और यहाँ पे भी और आई वॉज डिटैचिंग फ्रॉम गॉड. तो इन नवंबर आई गॉट अ ड्रीम ऑफ गुरुजी. मेरे को पता नहीं था गुरुजी कौन है, मेरे सपने में आए और आई जस्ट इग्नोर, सॉरी गुरुजी. तो मैंने इग्नोर कर दिया. 2 दिन बाद फिर एक सपना आया, गुरुजी आए, मेरे को एप्पल दिया. आई शेयर्ड विद माई वन ऑफ माई कजिन, शी लिव्स इन सरी. तो मैंने उनको बोला कि मेरे को गुरुजी आ रहे हैं. तो मैंने देखा है फेसबुक पे भी मेरे कजन स्टेटस डालते हैं, बट आई डोंट नो. तो शी सेड कि गुरुजी सिर्फ 3 बार बुलाते हैं, उस तो बाद नहीं बुलाते, गो. तो उन्होंने फिर मेरे को ब्रैम्पटन में उमा आंटी हैं, उनके घर पे मैं गया. वहाँ पे मेरी गुरुजी के साथ जर्नी स्टार्ट हुई. तो उससे पहले मैं शिवजी जी का बहुत बड़ा फैन हूँ. मतलब बचपन में मैं जागरण होते थे, मैं झांकियों में शिवजी जी बनता था. तो तो बीच में ऐसा टाइम हुआ ऐसी हुई कि मेरे को होम सिकनेस होने लग गई. मेरे को घर जाना है. मम्मा को बोला मैं नहीं आ रहा हूँ, मैं तो अच्छा जॉब है, सेटल जॉब थी इंडिया में. तो मैं कहाँ आ गया, आपने कहाँ भेज दिया मेरे को. तो मम्मा कहते तेरा डिसीजन है. तो आई वॉज प्लानिंग टू मूविंग बैक. मेरा पूरा प्लान हो गया था कि मेरे को स्टडी खत्म करके अपनी मास्टर्स खत्म करके घर चले जाना है, वहाँ जाके अच्छी जॉब करूँगा जो मैं पहले करता था. तो फिर जब गुरुजी के साथ ज्वाइन हुआ, गुरुजी को मैंने बोला यार ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬੱਚਾ ਇੰਨਾ ਮਾੜਾ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੌਬ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਇੱਕ ਤੇ ਖਾਣਾ ਪੀਣਾ ਵੀ ਮਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੱਥ ਦਾ नहीं मिलता. अब लकीली 1 जनवरी को मैं ऐसे रूम में मूव हूँ, आप मानोगे नहीं, सामने हिंदू सभा टेम्पल है, साइड में गुरुद्वारा है. और उससे पहले मैंने अपनी नौक भी जॉब छोड़ दी थी. फर्स्ट स्ट्रेसफुल नाउ. उसके बाद मेरे को नौक ए जॉब मिल गई मैनेजर लेवल की, जो मैं पहले इंडिया में करता था. 2 महीने पहले मेरे पास कुछ नहीं था, ना एक अच्छा सा घर था, ना जॉब थी. आज मेरे पास सब कुछ है. शुक्राना गुरु. जय गुरु जी.
Jai Guruji. Even I would like to share my satsang today, Guruji's satsang. So last 2-3 months have been bit rough for me. Was not keeping very well, some job stress, health issues. So both me and my wife Rachna decided that we will get our blood test done. So we got our test done. She had 3 deficiencies and I had 1. I said, okay, I won because you're the one who keeps telling what you should eat and what you should not eat. So finally, my diabetes level was very high. For her, it was simple. She just had to take some over-the-counter medicines, some supplements, and that's it. I said, okay, now what about me? So I got a call from doctor's office that you need to visit a doctor, you need to schedule an appointment. I said this is gonna be very bad because taking an appointment, going to a doctor, and then going through the entire process is very difficult. It might even be something like taking medication for your entire life, and if you start it at this age, it is really difficult. So came to temple that day in Prasad. There were a lot of sweets. There was a lot of kheer Prasad. There was a lot of kada Prasad. And it's the same auntie standing at the entrance over there with Aarti Thali. She gave me a couple of extra chocolates as well that day. I said, okay, Guruji, thank you. जो प्रसाद है उसे definitely लेंगे. There's no second thought about it because that's what your cure is. And while going back, हमारे नीरज अंकल हैं, is more like a fatherly figure to me. कुछ सेवा related बात करनी थी, so I just called him and he asked me, और मेरा बेटा कैसा है? तो I said, uncle, not very good. He said, why, what happened? That I told him that I have been diagnosed with diabetes and it's a sort of setback for me at this early age. He said, बेटा कोई घबराने की बात नहीं है, मैं आपको अपने बेटे का नंबर देता हूँ. He is diabetes specialist and you can just have a word with him. मैं कहा वाह गुरुजी, अगर मैं पहले अपने डॉक्टर के पास जाता, फिर वो डायबिटीज स्पेशलिस्ट को रेफर करते, एंड देन आपका जब भी क्यू में नंबर आएगा, and then you see a specialist and you start the treatment. But it's just a day. I have a specialist who is just a phone call away for me. I said, Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji. I said, thanks a lot, uncle. I will talk to him in the morning. Do I need to go to his clinic? And no, he will just call you or you call him. It's one and the same thing. And after I did some research, I realized that he is one of the top diabetes specialists, is not only for GTA but for entire Ontario province. I said, Jai Guruji, se acha kya ho sakta hai? You are taking care of me through Sangat ji. So visited him, we discussed few options. On top of it, it was weight loss. So I said, okay, let's give it a try. Agar weight lose nahi hoga, then obviously you need to start medication. But with Guruji's grace, I did some dieting for just 3 to 4 weeks. I lost almost 10 pounds of weight. And just one morning, Amanika auntie keeps saying ki Amrit Vela karya karo, kiya karo, kiya karo. I was very regular during the COVID period because we were working from home, even kids were doing virtual studies, so it's absolutely fine. But somehow उस दिन नींद खुल गई मेरी around 3:30, so I did meditation. By Guruji's grace, if I sit in meditation, I am there for at least 1 to 2 hours. I really go deep into it. तो meditation सुबह और भी अच्छी होती है, so I did meditation for almost 1.5 hours, which was really great. Then in the morning at around 9:30, I was talking to Manish uncle. Manish uncle said, okay, how are you doing? I said I should be okay. I don't feel I'm diabetic, but I will see. I am scheduled for another test after a month's time, so I will get my blood test done again. He said, "वो normal जो घर की machine होती है, मैंने कहा यार Rishi uncle gave me that, so yeah, you can just test it. It's just a prick which you need to do." And those people who know Manish uncle, वो अगर किसी चीज़ के पीछे पड़ जाते हैं तो पड़ ही जाते हैं. So I did my test. By Guruji's grace, even the fasting sugar was normal. Even after consuming a meal, my diabetes was absolutely fine. I received so many calls from Sangat Parivar asking how are you doing. All of them were very encouraging for me. So thanks a lot, Guruji, for taking care of me without even medicines. You have cured me through your Langar Prasad. Thanks a lot, Sangaji, for standing by and suggesting doctors, just telling the routines how you can be doing well. So Anantam Shukrana Guruji ka. Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji. And do you see this Shivji Swaroop on my right hand side? You like it? Sameer uncle, can you wave your hand please? Is there at the entrance? Don't feel shy. So he's the man behind it. Please give him a big round of applause. Thank you so much, uncle.
जय गुरु जी, शुक्राना गुरु जी. एक बार ही सारे मिलके बोलेंगे जय गुरु जी. अभी मोनिश अंकल ने जो सत्संग सुनाया इनर वॉइस की, जो गुरुजी जैसे टेलीपैथी से बात करते हैं पंजाबी में, तो एक मेरे को सत्संग याद आया। पिछले साल न्यू ईयर पे गुरुजी ने डुगरी मंदिर में सेवा दी हुई थी। शाम को जब हम सारे सेवादार रैपअप करके जाने लगे, डुगरी मंदिर के सामने जो गली है उसमें वॉशरूम है मंदिर का, मैं वहाँ हैंड वॉश कर रहा था। एकदम से मन में आवाज़ आई अंदर से, कल्ला आई किसी ने ना दसी। मैंने साइड में देखा, कोई नहीं था, मैं अकेला था। 2-3 बार आवाज़ आई, कल्ला आई किसी ने नहीं दसना, कल्ला आई किसी ने नहीं दसना। मैं समझ गया था कि कहाँ बुला रहे हैं, क्योंकि मॉर्निंग में भी जब हम वहाँ पहुँचे थे डुगरी, तो सबसे पहले हम गुरुजी के जन्म स्थान गए थे। तो जब मैं सेवा कर ही रहा था, गुरुजी ने जो मंदिर से पहले गुरुद्वारा आता है वहाँ पे सेवा बख्शी हुई थी उसके बाहर, तो मैं जा नहीं पाया था बीच में। दोबारा जब 2-3 सेवादार गए थे मत्था टेकने, तो मैं जा नहीं पाया था। तो मैंने गुरुजी से बोला था, मैंने कहा गुरुजी सेवा छोड़ के तो नहीं आ सकता, चलो कोई बात नहीं। मैं समझ गया था कि गुरुजी कहाँ बुला रहे हैं। तो उसी टाइम मैं गया, अंधेरा था सब, मैं गया वहाँ पे जो छोटा सा मंदिर बनाया हुआ है गुरुजी का जो जन्म स्थान है, उसके साथ ही एक प्लॉट है। वहाँ से चढ़ के मैंने दर्शन करे, क्योंकि यहाँ लॉक था, जाना ऐसे अलाउड नहीं है। एंड जो वो दर्शन थे वो मैं बता नहीं सकता, वो एक्सप्रेस कर ही नहीं सकते, मैं वर्ड्स में मैं एक्सप्रेस नहीं कर सकता। उसके बाद जब मैं गली से निकला तो एक अंकल, सेवादार अंकल ने मेरे को देख लिया। अंकल कहते हैं, अंकल कहाँ से आ रहे हो? एंड ही वॉज कॉन्टिन्यूसली आस्किंग मी, अंकल कहाँ से आ रहे हो? एंड जस्ट लाइक जैसे गुरुजी के स्वरूप में गुरुजी स्माइल कर रहे हैं, ही वॉज गिविंग मी दैट स्माइल। एंड मैं मन में बात कर रहा हूँ, मैं गुरुजी मैं सच बता नहीं सकता, झूठ मैं बोलना नहीं चाहता, और अंदर से आवाज़ आ रही है किसी ने नहीं दसना। मैं क्या किसी ने नहीं दसना, मैं क्या किसी ने नहीं दसना। एंड मैंने कहा गुरुजी अगर ये पूछते रहेंगे तो मेरे को कुछ ना कुछ तो बोलना ही है। एंड जैसे ये बात करी गुरुजी से, एंड वो अंकल बोले, अंकल आ जाओ, सारे सेवादार वेट कर रहे हैं, घर चलना है। तो जय गुरुजी, तो शुक्राना। That's it. Thank you.
जय गुरु जी। आज के सत्संग के लिए गुरु जी का अनंतम अनंतम शुक्राना। Again request not to step on the mats, that is for the langar prasad to be kept, and if you are not able to consume your langar prasad completely, please ask any of the sevadars and they will pack it for you. Thank you. Jai Guru ji, Shukrana Guru ji.